Okay, we're live. All right, how you guys doing? I'm gonna do a lesson on a few songs that we're adding to the John Lennon Birthday Bash. I know that a couple of you guys already have this stuff, but some of you guys don't. So we're gonna first song we're gonna do is "Come Together." Okay, we're gonna do "Come Together." So this is the easiest way to play "Come Together." So we play a D minor 7, and that's going to be like an F-shaped chord, like this. And then you're going to lift your third finger. Okay, so F, lift the third finger. So it's going to go like this. Come on, flat top, come grooving up slowly. He got juju eyeball, he won't hold it, roll, and then go to an A. Hair down to his knee. Got to be a joker, he just do what he please. And we go back to D minor 7. Do, 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 do. Come together right now over me. Okay, good. So that's all the music that there is in this song. There is no more new music. This is it. There's nothing else. That's all the song does. Okay? So that's the easiest way to do that. You're going to play D minor 7, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Okay? That's what you're going to do. And then it's a blues, so you're basically playing a D minor 7, A, and then it goes to a G7, which is the chord we're going to use for the turnaround. That's basically our substitution for the 5 chord, the 4 chord. So we go D minor, that's 1, okay, and then we go to the 5 chord, which is A, and then the 4 chord. Yeah, that's our progression. And then the little bridge connector part goes B minor, A, G, A. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, okay, there we go. Okay, so that's enough to get you through Come Together. Now the next thing is the step up. Okay, if you have a little more left hand skills, then you're going to try to do this. Okay. You're going to slide up to the 10th fret on the low E string. So you pluck and slide. And when you're in the song, it feels like pretty instant. And then you play the 10th fret on the A string, and you hammer the 12th fret. And then you come over here and you're playing a D minor shape up here. So that's like if you've ever made like a G minor shape down here, or an F minor shape down here, or an A minor shape like that. It's basically taking 3 strings and then adding the root down here. Okay, and this time it's up here. D, and then you have a C, and then substitute for your D minor 7. So you're gonna go. And you're gonna do that through all the shoot me parts. There's 4 measures, like at the top, and it happens before every verse, okay? We're gonna do the old Chuck Berry thing where we play the root and the 5th, okay, and that's gonna be on the 10th fret and the 12th fret. So if you have a child size Yamaha guitar, like a lot of my students do, this is gonna be a little bit harder. You're gonna have to extend over the body. This is a 14 fret neck. That means that the body comes to the 14th fret. And a lot of my student guitars, the body comes to the 12th fret. So it would be, this might be a little bit hard for them. But if you have an electric guitar, it should be no problem at all. Or if you have a 14 fret neck, it should be no problem at all. So you're gonna put your first finger on the 10th fret and your third finger on the 12th fret. And we're gonna do the old Johnny Be Good thing where we do Chuck Berry. You're gonna do this over all the D minor chords. So this is the root and the 5th, and then you're just toggling on and off the 6th of the chord. So it goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that sounds like this. Here come old flat top, come grooving up slowly. He got juju eyeball, he won't holy rolling. He got hair, we go down to A, to his knee. Not to be a joker, he just do what he please. And then we go like this. This happens 4 times. And then we go like this. He went no shoe shine, he got toe jam football, he got monkey finger, he shoot Coca-Cola, he said, I know you know me. One thing I can tell you is you've got to be free. And this is the same no matter what. Come together right now over me. And there you go. That's basically how you play Come Together. Now I have one third final way that you can play Come Together. And this is if you do not feel comfortable being up here on the neck, you know, you don't have to do that. It's totally fine. You can do the D minor chords. That's fine too. But you could do it from the open strings. And I'll show you how you do that. You save yourself on just a couple chords, okay? So it's a D chord. So we're instead of doing this here, we're gonna use the open D, and we're gonna use the first finger on an A on the G string, and then we're gonna toggle the 6th on with our third finger on the same string, the G string that our first finger's on. Okay, always open D, and we're gonna mute in the right hand. Just like this. And when you go to the A, you're gonna move it up to the A. And then you're gonna go, just play an open G, and just go short, off. 1, 2. One thing I can tell you is you've got to be free. And then if you want to, you could play a B minor here, and then an A, and then a G. And that would be fine. If you can pull that together, that would be totally fine. That would be great. That's good participation in the band. The only weird thing that you're getting is that you get the third of the G, which is fine. It's not a big deal. Nobody's going to hear that. And you can follow along on Come Together playing that way. Okay? Any questions? I don't think so. Okay, let's look at the next song. This is going to take a little bit more explanation. This is Dear Prudence. Okay, so this one, I have a lot to say about this song, so buckle up. Okay, this is a picking song. Now, I know you can't see me. Let me try and move this way. No, that's not going to work. Oh, let's go like this. Okay. So, on Dear Prudence, we have to have a drop D. So the low E string is going to go down a whole step. So I'm going to pluck my D string and my E string at the same time, and I'm going to tune down the E string until it matches. Okay? Now they're the same. And if I put my tuner on, yeah, see, I got it perfectly. Okay. Checked it with my tuner. But you should be able to do it without a tuner. So this is one thing, some advice here. I feel like beginning, intermediate, even young, advanced students don't pay attention to this, but the tuner knob, the tuning key up here, it's gonna go to the same spot every single time when you tune down a whole step. Okay, it's also gonna go right back to where it was. So if you pay attention to which direction this is, every guitar is gonna be different, you know, because however you put your strings on, that's how it is. Okay, my string, right now my key is going this way. And so if I go back to E, I'm gonna pluck the E strings. So mine's like a half a turn. And I've just memorized that. I know on this guitar, you know, when I do that, that's what it's gonna be. If I play my other guitar, you know, I just pay attention to that one. If I play it on that one. So I'm gonna tune back down, and my key's gonna go basically half a turn. And I listen for it, and it sounds like a D. Okay, so it's good. All right, now Dear Prudence, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go over the chords. Okay, so I'm not gonna do the intro right now. I'll just do the general, you know, the verses. So we play a D, and then you use your pinky and you reach over and grab the C, and then you give up the pinky and you bring your first finger up to the A string, 2nd fret on a B. So this is D over B, and then you go down to B flat. Let me put the other camera on. Okay, can we see now? Oh wait. Okay, there we go. So here's D, and then C, D over C, 3rd fret, okay, 2nd fret, D over B, D over B flat. Dear Prudence, won't you come out to play? Dear greet the brand new day. The sun is up, the sky is blue, it's beautiful, and so are you, dear Prudence. And then you play a regular C, but try not to strum this low D string. Won't you? And then play a G, but this is not a G anymore, this is an F, because we tuned down a whole step. This is G, we can't reach that. So basically we play a G over B. Come out to play. And we go right back to the regular, repetitive chord progression, where the bass is moving. Dear Prudence. 2nd verse. Open up your eyes. Dear Prudence, see the sunny sky, beat too. The wind is low, the birds will sing. You are part of everything, dear Prudence. Now we play a C, 5 strings. Won't you, G, 5 strings. Come out to play. Won't you open up your eyes? Now we're going to slide up to a partial G. So our first finger is on the 3rd fret, covering 2 strings, and then our second finger comes up to the G string on the 4th fret. We're going to slide this shape up. We're going to go up to A over D, and back to G over D, and back to D. Look around, round, round, up to A over D. Look around, round, round, round. Okay, now we're going to play an F over C. So our fingers are on 5 strings. So we've got 2 fingers on the bottom, 2 strings, 1st fret. And then the second finger comes up here to the 2nd fret. And now our 3rd finger and our 4th finger are going to come up here. It's going to grab the C, and then this is going to play F. And we're going to stay off the top string. Don't strum that. We're going to go like this. This is an F over C. We're going to slide up to an A flat. We're going to slide down a half step to G. And then we go right back to the regular old thing. D over C over B over B flat. Now a couple of students have asked me in the past, when I put my pinky up here, sometimes it doesn't touch, it touches the D string, and it makes my D string sound like this. That's okay, it's fine, just strum right through it. Okay, if you're using your fingers, you don't have a pick. I'm gonna show you how to pick it later. Okay? The clouds will be a daisy chain. So let me see you smile again, dear Prudence. Won't you let me see your... Now we're going to do something different. We're going to boom, boom, chuck. So we're going to play the bass notes twice, and then strum. This is letter C. Dear Prudence. Won't you come out to play? Dear Prudence, greet the brand new day. Hey. Now a whole measure. The sun is up, the sky is blue. It's beautiful, so are you, dear. Won't you come out to play? Okay? And then we do the outro. That's pretty much what you need to do to follow along. I don't even care if you're picking. It's totally fine. As long as you're doing all those chords and strumming along with the band, that's what you need to do to keep up with everybody, okay? That's the most simple thing that you can do on Dear Prudence. Don't play the intro, don't play the outro. Just play all the way down till, won't you come out to play? And I'll take care of the rest. The band will take care of the rest of the stuff, okay? Now, if you want to step it up, it's quite a ways to step up from this, okay? You're going to need to learn a Travis pick. Now, in order to learn to Travis pick, I say, this is just what I say. If other teachers teach you something else, that's totally fine, but this is what I say. I say that when we strum guitar, we're always strumming from our elbow. And that's like way up here on top of the guitar. So that means you got your whole forearm swinging, okay? But when you're picking, I say you need to connect your hand closer to the strings so that the top of your hand is nice and still, okay? And I take these two fingers right here and I put them below the sound hole, because that's where I like to pluck. That's where I Travis pick. And I use my thumb and I use my first finger, okay? And I'm gonna name you the string positions. So the middle two strings, you see me pinching them right here? These are what I call the inside strings, okay? And then just outside of that, we're gonna move our thumb up to the A string, and our first finger is gonna go all the way to the bottom string, the E string, string 1. This is the first outside string position, because we got the outside string and we got the A string. I know it's not totally on the outside, but hang with me here for a second. So this is the first position of outside strings. And then we're gonna take this, we're gonna hop it up. Now my thumb is on the top E string. This is the lowest string. And this is string 2, this is the B string. This is the second outside string position. So we have inside, we have outside 1, and we have outside 2, okay? Everybody watching my fingers? It's right here. This is where you should be looking. So we got inside, and we got outside, and we got the other outside, okay? So it starts on an outside pick, the first outside. So the thumb starts on the A string, and the index finger starts on the bottom string, and we pluck together. That's the first thing that you do, okay? The second thing that you do is you move your thumb down to the D string, and you move your first finger over here to the G string, and you always start with the thumb. So I pluck the D and then the G. And then I move to the top string, the low E string. Well, it's a D string because we're tuned down. I pluck that, and then I pluck the B string. Remember, this is the second outside position. And then we finish on the inside string, the lowest inside string, which is a D. You got that? So it's gonna start together, inside, outside, in. And then all I'm gonna do is make a D, and I'm gonna go together, inside, outside, in. Together, inside, outside, in. Together, inside, outside, in. Together, inside, outside, in. Okay? And you need to keep your right hand real still and make sure that your fingers are making contact. I see a lot of mistakes. People go like this in their right hand and they lay their fingers flat, and then their hand starts moving around when they're picking, and they're not sturdy. They're not you don't have to be stiff, but you need to be solid. You don't want to be moving around a lot. You want to be nice and solid. Before you know it, you won't even be looking at your fingers. They'll just know what to do. And I have a little exercise for everybody. So if you are having problems with this, everybody's doing this usually. They're like looking at their fingers. And some people go like this and they tilt their guitar out and they look at their fingers. But that's not how we play guitar. You know, if you need to do that a couple times, that's fine. But you can't really look at your fingers when you're doing this. You need to read your music and look at the audience and read the words off of your music and, you know, not look at your fingers. People don't really do that, okay? So this will line up with all of the chords. Brand new day. The sun is up, the sky is blue, it's beautiful, and so are you, dear Prudence. I'm gonna skip to the bottom. Won't you open up your works just like this too. Look around, round, 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 round. Look around, round. Messed up there a second. Okay, now we're going to go and we're going to make that F, but this time we're going to keep our thumb off of the low D string. We're going to go. That means my thumb's going to travel back to the A string twice. Did you see that? And then back to the regular thing. Okay? That's it. Now, this thing, it needs to be practiced slowly. You need to make sure that you're doing it correctly. Don't learn mistakes. Don't learn mistakes. Learn to do it correctly, no matter how slow it is. And then just speed it up. Together, inside, outside, in. Together, inside, outside, in. Lead with the thumb. Together, inside, outside, in. Let me go like this. Yeah. Together, inside, outside, in. Together, inside, outside, in. Together, inside, outside, in. Together, inside, outside, in. Okay? Together, inside strings, thumb, index, outside strings, thumb, index, in. Okay, now the rhythm is an eighth note, a 16th, an eighth note, 4 16th notes, and an eighth note, and then that pattern starts over. 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and, okay? And that's always the rhythmic pattern. Okay, we're going to use this later too when we do Happiness is a Warm Gun. We're going to do that too. Okay, now I'm going to go over the intro and I'm going to go over the outro. Okay, the intro starts way up here. So like, let's do this. Let's think of it like this. So if you take an F, we're going to slide it up. F, first finger goes first fret, F, and then we're going to slide up to G, then we're going to slide up to A, and then we're going to slide up to B, and then the 8th fret, first finger. Now it becomes a C. And now we're at the 10th fret, this is D. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to stand our fingers up and we're going to pull our 3rd finger down to the bottom string in E. And that's the first chord that we start with, okay? Okay. So you're going to do the pick. This is a D minor, D add 9 chord. What's the 9th? E. There's the E. See? So here's a D. We're going to add the 9. So it's these 3 fingers. D9. And it happens one time, just like this. 1 and 2 E and. And then we're going to put the 1 down. And we're going to go D. We're going to slide down a whole step to C. G. This is just like a D shape. I'm on the 7th and the 8th fret. Then we're going to go down to A. And then we're going to go to a C over D. And that's like a B flat. Remember how I taught you guys how to play B flat? First finger on F, and then your pinky on D, and your 3rd finger on B flat, and you play an open D. This will work as a B flat chord. Okay. But we're going to take that B flat and slide it up a whole step, so it's actually C over D. So we go. Now this happens for 2 revolutions. 1, 2, and then you go to the regular old chord progression for Dear Prudence. D over C over B over B flat D, and then we're just cruising. Okay, so what I say is practice this over and over. You know, do this. I'm going fast. I know you can't do that yet, but maybe you can. And then throw the D in there. And go back. This is the easy part. The hard part is the shifts. So practice that over and over again. Maybe you'll create a new song while you're practicing. Practice your chords up and down the neck. And back down. That's the hardest shift right there. Okay, now we got to do the outro. Here's the outro. Ready? So we go like this. And then you can pick here if you like. Won't you come out to play? And you got to slide all the way up to D. And then jump. And it's just like the intro at this point. That's how you end Dear Prudence. Okay? You got any questions? Send me an email. Talk to me in lessons. We can go over any of this stuff. Okay, next song we're going to go over. This is going to be really easy. We're going to go over Lucy in the Sky. Okay, now at this point, what I would tell you is in your book of music, playing a show and you've just played Dear Prudence somewhere, I highly recommend that you do this. Please, for the sake of your own show, write on your music to tune up from D. Because you don't want to start the next song with the drop D. So tune that back up. Okay? Then you're ready for the next song. But write yourself a little reminder. Tune up, tune up. Did you remember to tune up? You can go through my show music, and you'll see that anytime there's a drop D, the next song, at the beginning of the song, it says, did you tune up? Always remember to tune up. That's a tough forget me. Tough thing to forget. And then you're like, in the middle of the song, you're like, oh, totally forgot to tune up. Son of a gun. Okay, this next song is Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. There shouldn't be any problems with chords on this. I think that all of my students should know all of these chords. So we go, we're out for the first four, that's the piano part, the electric piano, and then we come in. Picture yourself in a boat on a river with tangerine trees and marmalade skies. 1, 2, 3. Somebody calls you, you answer quite slowly. A girl with kaleidoscope eyes. Remember that B flat? Cellophane flowers of yellow and green towering over your head. Look for the girl with the sun in her eyes, and she's Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. So we did the first verse, the bridge, the chorus, and we're at verse 2 right now. Verse 2 is the same as verse 1, the bridge is the same as the bridge, the chorus is all the same as the chorus. There's just a couple things I would like to say. Is that I feel like the most mistakes that are made on this song is trying to play too loud. You don't have to play too loud on this song. It's not that kind of a song. In fact, there's hardly any guitar in the song. You know, it's just not important. Our parts aren't important. It's important to participate and follow along, but it's not important to, like, you know, play loud or anything. So don't do that. The second thing is that at the chorus, if you're strumming rhythm guitar, you should be emulating the electric piano or the organ. So it's kind of a boom, boom, chuck. Remember this, that on the guitar, you need to think of the guitar in two parts. You've got the low strings on top and the high strings on the bottom. Okay, so when you play a G, there's two parts to that chord, the low part and the high part. It's really rare that we strum the whole thing together. Like, I mean, people do that. I'm not saying we don't do that, but we don't always do that. We do this a lot more. Or they go like this. And if you practice that stuff, that's a good thing to practice when you're strumming, because that makes you more versatile, okay, as a rhythm guitar player. And everybody needs to be good at rhythm guitar first. That's the first thing that you need to get good at, is being a good rhythm guitar player. So do that, you know. Practice that stuff. Practice splitting your strings, lows and highs. So this one goes, Lucy in the sky with time. Lucy in the sky with time. Lucy in the sky with time. Follow her down to a bridge by a fountain where rocking horse people eat marshmallow pies. 1, 2, 3. Don't strum in that second measure. It just goes one time. Marshmallow pies. Okay? And then hold it out. And then everyone smiles as you drift past the flowers that grow so incredibly. And this is where we start strumming 3 times a measure. High. There's that D minor 7. It's the same D minor 7 that we played in Come Together. And then B flat. Newspaper taxis appear on the shore, waiting to take you away. Climb in the back with your head in the clouds and your Lucy in the sky with time. Lucy in the sky with time. Lucy in the sky with time. And then we go to verse 3, same as 2 and 1, same thing that we did before. At the very end, the last chorus repeats a bunch of times, and then, you know, we go, the girl with kaleidoscope eyes. 2, 3, 4. Lucy in the sky with time. Lucy in the sky with time. Lucy in the sky with time. And then an A. Lucy in the sky with time. And then at the very end, I wrote this part, okay, because the Beatles just fade out, and you can't really do that on stage. So I've been writing endings for Beatles songs for 10 years now. And I go and I tag the girl with the kaleidoscope eyes. So I go, Lucy in the sky with diamonds. And go to an A. The girl with kaleidoscope eyes. And then one more time. And the background singers go. It's really fun. Good way to end the song. And the audience has no idea that it's happening. So when it happens, they're just tickled. They just love it. They're like, oh, why didn't the Beatles end their song like that? That's so fantastic. I've had hundreds of people come up to me and ask me the same thing. Is that what the Beatles did? Is that the real Beatles ending? And I'm all, no, I did that. I wrote that part. I arranged that part. And they're like, that's so awesome. I just love it. It's so great. I want to hear it like that every single time. I'm like, okay, well, I'll send you a copy of the show. Okay, so there's 3 songs. We went over Come Together. We did Dear Prudence. We did Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. On the next video, I'm going to do, let's see what I'm going to do. On the next video, I need to do Happiness is a Warm Gun. I need to do I Am the Walrus. And I need to do In My Life. Okay? And then there will be another video, and that's going to do Strawberry Fields, A Day in the Life, and All You Need Is Love. So 2 more videos. And then we should have all of the new songs that I'm adding to the John Lennon set. Okay. This show that's coming up is October 9th, and it's the John Lennon Birthday Show. We're gonna do all of A Hard Day's Night, all of it. That's the first set. And then the second set, we're gonna do a mix of John Lennon songs from the Beatles, classics. He wrote some of the best stuff. And then we're gonna do a bunch of his single stuff, Post Beatles. Okay, it's a really, really great second set. It's gonna be fantastic. The audience is gonna love this show. It's gonna be awesome. Okay, that's all I got to say. Thank you very, very much. Peace and love music. Here we go. See you next time.